Your little flashing sign thing. Live.
Oops.
Because I never know.
We need an applause.
Oh, no, we need like some special music.
Da-na.
We can do Jaws.
All right.
Okay.
That's not exactly what I was thinking, but it could work.
We gotta be live.
We're all live.
I got a little bloop bloop.
Yeah, live on Instagram too.
All right.
We're live. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Happy Monday.
Happy first day of school.
Whoop whoop.
Oh, that's right. Oh, and you have to be really careful now because if you drive too fast in the school zone, it's bad news. And
Sounds like from experience.
no, I've been listening to the news.
Yeah.
And the school buses now have, if you go by a school bus and he's got his light flashing, they have a camera and they can take a picture of your car and send you your ticket. Be careful.
See, that's scary. I just don't drive by.
I'm all for that.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, me too.
That's
I
what I
mean,
meant. I didn't mean I meant scary, but
Oh,
kids would get hit.
yeah. And I sit there and mumble and complain the whole time
It's
I'm
not on
sitting
camera.
there. But yes, you do need to
Mike-
stop for those school
Mike's
buses.
It's not plugged in.
It is.
It goes to the top. There. I can tell. I was like, hold on. We're early enough that I'm like, hey, let's make sure.
Hey, we had sound, right? Everyone's saying good morning.
Enough that I'm like, hey, let's make sure. What a difference.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we're working.
It sounded real airy, and I was like, what's going on with that? Good morning, everybody. You know, we got to make sure we're top notch here for you guys. Nothing
right.
but quality.
Mhm. What is that?
Right.
Conversation?
Yeah, no. All right. Well, boy, I'll just say good morning to everybody. Let's see. I love it.
Wow.
I hope everybody's doing awesome. I already see it. You're hitting the thumbs up and the hearts. We appreciate that.
Wow.
We
thank
can
you.
feel the love. It's wonderful. And share with a friend. It's amazing what that does. And we appreciate it. Good morning, Bonnie. All right. Where to start? So, yeah, it is first day of school. I'm wearing the official Imagine Center t-shirt. Check out the little
Nice
logo
shirt.
on the back there.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
It was cool. It was like, you want to be a sponsor? Sure. 'Cause then we don't have to do our parent hours. It's like, this is easy. No, but honestly, I love that school. So
Mhm.
it's, anything I can do to support it. We're
It's a nice
excited. So
t-shirt too.
yeah, not bad. I'm going to clean the back room tonight. So it's t-shirt kind of day.
So it's just regular t-shirt material.
Yeah,
It looks
it's super thin.
soft.
It is.
It looks nice. Nice t-shirt.
Not for sale. All right. So let's do this first. Quilt Fest. It's getting closer.
Coming up soon.
I
I'm
know
excited.
the September 19th, 20th, and 21st is going to be here real fast. So we do have tickets for sale. The general admission tickets are $15. We sold out of the senior tickets, the 60 and over tickets. We've got more coming. So we've actually got a list going. So if you stop by today and you can't come in later this week, feel free to go ahead and get some, and we'll just keep them for you because we're organized. But definitely get your ticket early. Even if you don't get it, let me just say this because I've been making a mistake.
Mhm.
The parking is free this year, regardless, with or without a ticket. But you can skip the line, which is honestly, it's hot.
Yeah.
It's real hot.
Yeah,
So
no
that's
fun
a big
standing
deal
in
in my
that line.
opinion. Yeah. And I think you save $1. So get your tickets early. It's going to be a great show. They've got more vendors. Well, we're going to be there. So
That's right.
what else do you need?
Yeah.
No, we've but we're doing our booth a little different, which I'm excited about. We're going to have lots of kits and demo stations, I guess is how you could explain it. A little bit different than just the yard cuts that we've been,
Mhm.
which the yard people who take the bolts and cut at the show, that's crazy. We're not going to do that, but we used to just take the yard cuts, which was great. But we're like, no, we've got all these bags, and people want kits and convenience at a show. Yeah, it's almost like a shop hop mentality,
Mhm.
grab and go. So we're switching that up, which I'm excited about. And then we're taking Caterpillar, which is cool. So Caterpillar, we've shown here a handful of times, but I don't think we talk about it enough. And there's a new folding mat
That's so cool.
that we're really excited about. So 5 mats in one. That's all I'm going to say.
That's very
Wow.
cool.
Yeah, 5 cutting mats in one.
And you can take it in the pool.
And it's portable. And you can put it in the pool. There's a video. We've seen it. Not Joanne's face. We're not promoting like
Go swimming with your
cutting.
mat.
The rotary cutter may not do so well in the pool, but if your mat gets wet, we're good.
I'm having a hard time convincing myself that quilting and pool go together.
Hey, you don't quilt right.
That's right.
I guess not. Little floater with
Floaty.
my embroidery. Sure, why not?
So yeah, but I'm excited that we're going to have a good selection of Caterpillar stuff, and we're going to have an actual demo station. We're doing I think it's on Friday, our cut up and sew demo. We're doing Caterpillar, right? I'm pointing at Tony. She's doing Caterpillar. We are doing Caterpillar. No, and
Well
then,
assigned.
yeah, and then of course we're going to have our AccuQuilt and the Arrow products. That's what Pockets is here for. There is a sale currently going on that you guys have probably seen. If not, you probably will see on Arrow cabinets. I know a lot of people wait for the quilt show. I don't blame you, but there is a really killer sale going on right now. So I don't want to deter you. If you've been kind of waiting, but you can't wait any longer, give us a call because they kind of surprised us with that one, to be honest with you. In fact, the sale going on right now is basically the quilt show sale that we've done in the past, which is bittersweet because that means we've got to get way more creative and even go, I guess, crazier at the quilt show. And I don't know how we're going to do it yet, but we will somehow.
I
Anyway.
know that between the two of you, you will come up with something
Yeah.
very cool.
Well, right. And luckily at the shows, Arrow is an amazing company and they're so supportive. So Robert Hafner's there. And so if he's there, we can really get creative, which is cool.
Cool. Okay. I look forward to it.
Let's see. Well, good morning, everybody. We got a bunch of people, so I won't go down the list. Just making sure. Tony, let me know if somebody asks anything.
Okay.
And we love the questions. We've gotten good too. We're leaving a space at the end for Q&A, but please ask questions throughout because I know if you're like me, you'll forget
Yeah.
what you're going to ask when we're talking about something else. So, okay, Quilt Fest, cabinets. Oh,
This is
That's cool. It shows up on the camera.
Yeah. So it's not finished yet, but you know what's amazing about this, and it might fall out, but if you turn it upside down, look at the effect of the flame.
Huh.
Isn't that awesome? It goes, so whichever way you have it, it adjusts. So this was our costume club workshop, the medieval torch that I was talking about, and it was awesome. It was so fun. We wired it and did everything. So now
That's
all I got to do is take it
amazing.
home, paint it, and kind of
That's right.
finalize some things. But
I don't know if you noticed it has a little toggle switch there to turn the light on with.
Yeah. I only had to wire it twice.
This is a definite, you need this if you've got boys at Halloween.
And Halloween's coming up. If
That's
you're
right.
anybody, with or without boys. But yeah, it was cool. So, and Casper, I walked in, he's like, what is that? You know,
I bet he
I was
did.
like,
I can just see my sons with that. I've got a son who would like that now, and he's
Yeah.
30 something.
yeah, I'm 46 and it's awesome. So it was a fun, our costume club, we've got a lot of things planned. So I was excited to do that. It was really, really cool. And I know September, I guess I'll say the majority of the costuming club are going to go visit a con together. There's a local-ish
Oh, yeah.
con,
Uh-huh.
which will be cool. But just kind of keep your eyes out for future workshops. We've got a makeup tutorial, like especially, for, well, people who do cosplay, but also people like me who don't do cosplay, but I love Halloween. She's going to teach us how to like make bruises and scars
Oh,
and
wow.
it's going to be cool.
It's like Halloween is all about bruises and scars now.
Absolutely.
Used to be about pumpkins. Now it's not.
Yeah, there's still some pumpkins.
You might have blood.
That's
they
almost
got
before and
bruises.
after. But, yes, but if you put a face on it, now we're talking Halloween. It's a jack-o'-lantern. Good morning, Mary.
Yeah, clubs last week were amazing.
Clubs were amazing last week. Absolutely. They're always amazing, but it seems like it was a great week. We did a lot of really cool stuff. The fiber play, we were pounding flowers. That was amazing. I think we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Actually, we showed it last week. Yeah. And we're doing thread painting next month. So
Very fun.
you guys, we're having fun over here. I'm telling you. So keep your eye. We got 7 clubs. So just go to cutupandsew.com and just kind of scroll through and see if something jumps out at you.
Sure, there's a question.
Yes.
Are you doing the Caterpillar demo on Friday? Do you Do you know what demos are on other days you have planned yet? I guess she's talking about the show.
So I'm assuming you're talking about at Quilt Fest. Well, in our booth, we're going to be doing demos on a whole bunch of stuff. June Taylor, the Quilt As You Go. I think we're doing the tote. There's a bag. It's a quilted bag.
Mhm.
The Caterpillar. We've got some 3-yard quilt. The idea is we're going to have a bunch of kit projects and samples so that we can do demonstrations. We'll probably have some rulers. A perfect segue. Why not, right? So I got a whole basket of Tula Pink hardware, y'all. Whoop, whoop. This stuff is so pretty. And it's cool. I don't know if the camera can see that or not. Ooh, thank you, Tony.
So these are for your bags and stuff. Is that?
Absolutely.
Look how shiny the pink is.
So we always carry the bag hardware. There's a purple one.
Oh, yeah.
This is pretty fun, especially if you're making bags for, well, anybody, but kids would really like this.
Kids and 46-year-old men. So anyway, there's a whole bag of them, and we kind of went back and forth, and we were like, this is supposed to be for the quilt show, but it's here now. So if you want it, absolutely come and get it. We're gonna find a way to take it out of the bag and hang it up, and we just haven't got there yet. So that's really cool. So we're gonna hopefully be able to do some sort of demonstrations on bags. Really, it's all about, Shar, to get back to your question, how much space we have and how crazy busy it is and what people are kind of requesting. So, but as far as like, I don't know if all dealers or all vendors do a demonstration, but they have demos all day, every day of the show. We're only doing one because I think on the big stage, right?
Oh, I see.
Not in the booth, sorry. So on Friday, we're doing, it's usually when you walk in to the right.
Right.
And there's chairs set up right there. So that's where I was saying we're going to do the Caterpillar demo.
Okay, now I understand.
I'll be there with you. Moral support more than anything. Actually, I know I love the light pads, the light boards. So I'll be there. Yeah. Fiber Play Die Hard Club had a great week in clubs that cut up. So thank you, Denise. I agree. How did the flower pounding go? It was phenomenal. It was so much fun. Got some aggression out. It was great. Okay. I'm to the sticky note. Aero cabinet sale, Quilt Fest tickets, check. Torch, check. This, that. I guess let's show the fabric.
I know.
You want to do that? So we actually, you might have seen the little video that when it got here, I was too excited. I couldn't wait for Tony and Maria. So I went ahead and just made a video of me kind of opening it, but we didn't show it on Quilt Talk yet. And we know you guys love dragons. What I love though, and I even said this in the video, I like that you like these kind of dragons, not like the cute dragons or, yeah, all right, that's cute, whatever. No, you guys want like fire breathing, Game of Thrones, awesome dragons. I think that's what I said in the video. But this is great. This is an in the beginning line that obviously in the beginning, their colors, the digital prints are incredible. And you think I can just pass that to you or do you want me to hold it up? These are some of the coordinates. Shocking yourself?
Yes, I am. They're shocking.
Shocking. So I love these. And I think, yeah, what's cool about these two, it's actually not a part of the line, but it's called Prism 2, but it went so well with it that
It looks like flames, even though they're
exactly. And we have a few others in that line that are just really cool. I absolutely love this one.
Me too.
That's actually probably my favorite one in the whole line.
It's brown. I have the blue.
Yeah, it's so pretty. And then this is cool because you've got the fire red, the dragons, and then a really cool border print with more dragons.
And their border prints are 10 inches usable.
10 inches.
10 and a half. Yeah.
You said usable because like sometimes the border prints are too big or too small. Oh, yeah. Cool. You can use those.
Yeah.
What a concept. Good morning, Jareen. So yeah, I'm excited that we got another dragon line in, and yes, people have already been getting it. The panels are going to go pretty quick, so just FYI, if you'd like one of these or both, and you can't get in here, call us, pay over the phone so that you get you one. Because last time we had dragons in, they sold out real fast.
And it's on the website.
It is on the website. That's right. Thank you, Tony. Cutupandsew.com. You guys know that. Okay, back to what's that?
Don't assume everybody knows. You got a lot of people on today.
We do. You know what's funny? And Pat actually came in the other day, and it was the previous owner, hadn't been here forever. She's like, we had a IQ class going on, and she's like, I know like those 3 people, but it was all new people. And I'm like, yeah, you know, we do. There's so many people moving down here. Of course, we've gotten to know a lot of you, but fairly new people, so I shouldn't assume. So cutupandsew.com is our website.
And you can buy anything.
And you could buy anything. Everything that's in our store is on the website.
Wow.
So we'll just say
That's a big site.
It is.
And it's dare I say dummy proof. Like it's very easy to navigate. I mean, we've tried to make it super simple.
Oh, good.
And the search bar is getting better. It is tough with so much stuff coming in that if you can't find something, but you know you saw it here, just call us. We're happy to help you out. Okay, Embrace Embroidery event. It's on the 30th and the 31st. We're getting close to being full. I want to say there's 4-ish seats. Now, it's the same class both days. I know we've talked about this a lot, so apologies if I'm a broken record. But again, we got new people. So if you are new to embroidery, you've never embroidered, you have a 4x4 embroidery hoop, but you're like, this machine is great, but I just need more. And what does Baby Lock have to offer? Why does Josh always say that Baby Lock is the best when it comes to embroidery? That's kind of the idea of this class. There's 3 different projects that we're going to do, and there's going to be stations. So you'll get a chance to play on, I'll say the entry level, but it's not really the entry level, but like a 6x10, 5x7 machine, all the way up to the top of the line. You'll get to play on all of them so that we can really show you kind of the whole gamut of Baby Lock embroidery.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going to be fun. It's an event. So, I mean, it's going to be a party. You know how we do our events. So it's going to be a great day, but don't sign up for both days is where I'm going with that. Because it is the same class. We did that so that more people had an option to take the same exact education. So it's going to be fun. Is there anything I should mention about that? Does that summarize it pretty good? It's $50 to sign up for it, but we're giving you a $25 gift card or $25 credit, however you want to do it, to spend. So really, if you do the math, how much is that, Joann?
I think it's $25.
Nailed it. Look at that.
We go for lunch.
What's that?
And we cover lunch.
And we cover lunch.
And lunch.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's an all-inclusive type event. I mean, you're not bringing anything, actually.
Yeah.
May bring something to write some notes down. That's probably a good idea.
So you can keep track of
And a
the
smile.
machine you love.
Yeah, well, right. But the idea is really that we're providing everything for you, and you guys just come and get some really good education, some hands-on education, which is important, and just kind of learn as much as we possibly can give you in one full day about Baby Lock embroidery. It's gonna be awesome.
I think that's a great idea. I wish I'd done that when I bought my first embroidery machine, because I really didn't like it. And if I'd seen a demonstration, and that was not a Baby Lock, just so you know.
No, it wasn't.
But if I'd seen a demonstration, I would have known that was not going to make me happy.
Well, luckily, years later, you got yourself a Baby Lock embroidery machine.
That's right. Got the right thing.
And your machine has IQ Designer, which just ended. I was just telling you that we just had the IQ Designer. We do have it again in 2025. That's how far out we are, guys. But if you haven't played with IQ Design, just keep that in mind. That is, it's really eye-opening for people. You see them in the class going, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I can do with it. It just really kind of
the IQ Designer takes, what I'm imagining, because I only look at the button. I don't actually look at the program. But when I think about it, what frustrates me about the just embroidery is that I get a pattern off the internet and I put it on, and maybe I put some words on it, and that's it. And it's pretty much done by somebody else. And
you're just embroidering a design.
I'm just pushing the buttons to get and choosing the thread,
which is awesome.
Which is, I mean, that's really fun, but it gets old, and I'm looking forward to the IQ Designer so I can kind of
and more. Even not so those of you that don't do that much embroidery, but you have an embroidery machine, or if you come to the class and you're like, I'm just not going to spend that much money to get the machines, and I just know myself, people always ask, how do I learn my embroidery machine? And I have to go, okay, what questions do you have? The problem is it's the same thing. You don't know what you don't know.
Exactly.
And the only way you can learn embroidery machines, in my opinion, is to do projects. So I would say, don't just stitch out designs. That's great. So you know how to navigate. But can you do an in the hoop project? Like, can you make a little mug rug entirely in the hoop?
Can you figure out what
Yeah.
stabilizer you need and where you need to put it?
And a lot of times stabilizer in the outside of the actual navigation is where people have questions. And again, you learn that by doing projects. So that's why this event especially is important to do hands-on.
So
and
you
the
can
IQ
answer all those questions.
Absolutely. And the IQ is always hands-on as well. It's important. And speaking of Baby Lock, so the Radiance, which is their new fancy schmancy machine, top of the line. I mean, top.
Is this the one you have to order in advance?
Yes.
Okay.
So there was a limited edition Radiance that we had been talking about, and a lot of people took advantage of it. They did the deposit. They sold out of those. We knew they would. So now they are saying you can still get the Radiance. I just want to clarify because there's a couple of different ads going out. You can get the limited edition Radiance bundle only if you just liked the bundle that they advertised. But you cannot get the machine any longer. So to make it easier for you, don't necessarily worry about the bundle at all, because here's why. If you're looking at getting the new Radiance, now going forward, it won't be the limited edition, but it will be the regular Radiance, and it's not going to be out for a few months, just FYI, but they're taking pre-orders. You will get a bundle with the Radiance. So anytime you purchase a new top-of-the-line Baby Lock machine, the bundle comes with it. There are a few people who are asking about getting the bundle only, and yes, we can do that, but just reach out to me so that you don't get the wrong thing. So the new Radiance, the limited edition, those of you that did go ahead and put the deposit down, I was hoping it was going to be here for the Baby Lock event, but that's right after Baby Lock Tech, and I just don't know.
Could be close.
It could be close. What would be amazing is if we're in the class and FedEx shows up. That would be
my
cool. And we
goodness.
could open it together.
Have all this open box things. That would be very fun.
That would be cool. Most likely it will be like the 1st of February, the beginning of February. So, and then February. September.
I was thinking that's a lot.
September 2024, not February.
Isn't
I don't
it
even know
good
what
that Josh
February.
has people that kind of takes a village?
Yeah. Okay. I'm really excited about seeing the quilting machine.
She meant embroidery machines.
Oh. I have an old one and looking to see what is new. And okay. Awesome. Well, that's exactly what this event's for. So it's perfect. And you know, you got to play with these machines. Don't buy a machine online that you just think looks cool.
Yeah, don't do that.
Come in and touch it. Play with it. Janome Baby Lock, people sometimes come in and they're like, if we're not talking about embroidery, then it's a matter of, okay, well, what do you quilt? What features do you have? And I just say, let's sit down, because until you sew on it, how do you know? You're gonna have a feeling, oh, I love the way this sews, or this annoys me, or everybody's different. So definitely play on machines before you make an investment, for sure. Did I miss anything else? Okay, again, September, not February. I was like, what's happening in February? Why did that word come out? That month.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, the last thing. Nope, that's it.
You're done? That's all?
Well, I rambled for like 30 minutes. So yeah, I think that's long enough, don't you think, guys?
Yes.
Hey, I wish this was hot. No, the floor is yours, man. Let's move all this stuff.
I might. Yes. Can I do that?
Plug it in.
All right. So last week, I was teaching a class on. Somebody walked through. I think it was Janice, but I'm not sure. Somebody walked through, and she looked at something I had done for a class, and she said, "That's really cool. You should talk about that on Monday morning." And I thought, okay, I'm always open to ideas, because a lot of times I don't have any. So I thought, okay, I'll do it. But here it is.
So if this is no good, we'll blame her.
The things that I do for my classes, if I'm teaching a block that might have to be laid out, or I'm teaching a quilt with lots of little pieces, I will hand out to everybody that's there who's taking a class a piece of batting, and I try and make it about an 18-inch square. So there's plenty of room to lay out a block and plenty of room to lay out your pieces. It's easy for them to work on, easy for everybody to work on during the class. And then at the end of the class, they can just kind of roll it up with their pieces in there, and it's all ready to take home, neat and tidy. And when they get home and they're ready to work on it again, they just unroll it, and there's all their block that maybe isn't finished or their pieces that they saved. So there it is, 18-inch square of batting. And it comes in handy, and everybody ends up using it and liking the fact that they have it. So there's the 18-inch thing. So I thought, well, I can do that, but that's all I have. So I had to start looking for other stuff.
So she rolls all of her stuff. I've gone to a bunch of guilds and talked about collage quilting, and you always bring me the roll of.
Right, they're always rolled so they don't have.
And I was gonna say at first, I was like, man, I'm nervous that it's gonna get flattened out, but they really don't. It's a great way to transport it, and and especially like you're saying with the batting, if it's not finished but you have it laid out, it's gonna stick to it. So when you unroll it, there might be one little piece, but for the most part, it's still laying there all the way you left it.
Just the way you left it. That's exactly true. Now, the next thing, I'm over here with my pile of stuff. The next thing, so I started looking for stuff, and what I ended up looking for were things that I use in sewing that I have around my house. So the next thing is when you sew a long strip, two long strips together, sometimes you get some bending, and you go to press it, and it's bent, and it's hard to figure out what to do. So one of the things that you can do is you can take a nice long ruler, and this is a 48-inch long ruler, and it's nice and heavy, so it stays pretty still. And I put
quarter-inch thick.
I think serious.
it's a serious ruler. So I put it on my pressing table, and you can put your pieces, your strips up and just kind of line them up along the edge of your ruler, and that straightens them out. And then you press them and you work along like that, and you manage to get your strips nice and straight. Okay.
There you go.
This way?
Yeah.
I'm very bad at this, which the camera.
You have to stand on your head and turn this way.
Okay. I'll me and Simone. So anyway, that's a great way to get your strips straightened out. And batiks, this was already, when I press this, it was pretty much straight, and batiks will stay pretty straight, but a lot of your regular cottons will bend easily, especially with a long strip. So it's nice to have some way of doing that. Now, I will admit, I used to use this all the time. But what I have ended up doing more recently is I've drawn lines on my pressing area. So my ironing board or ironing area, I have lines on there, and I line up the edge of the fabric with those lines. And what I like about that is I can, if I'm having trouble with it, I can actually pin the strip to that. So either one works.
So wait, what are you drawing on? Not a cutting mat.
No, on my ironing board. If you just imagine
on
an
your ironing board.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So it's the lines are on the ironing board. It's when I put a new cover on my ironing board, the first thing I do is draw lines on it.
Don't you use the heat removable friction vents?
What bit do you use?
Because then when you iron, it goes away.
Well, if I'm just doing strips, I don't usually have any marking on it yet, but I'll get to marking next. So keeping with the ruler theme, one of the things I really like is for marking things are these little metal rulers. And what I like about them is they're nice and thin.
Linda asked batting, I'm assuming they all have scrim?
Scrim? No, not every batting has scrim on it.
Scrim.
And it doesn't really matter in this case. I'm not sure, but not every batting has scrim. You just kind of have to look for the ones that don't.
Yeah, you can purchase it with or without.
Yeah.
It's usually by the roll, though. I don't know about what we carry.
I don't think what you carry has scrim. But anyway, so if you have let's say you're working on a half square triangle, and you want to make that line from corner to corner. Is this in the camera? you can put this on here. Now, the nice thing, there's two nice things about it. It's nice and thin, so you're going to get your line right where you want it. And it has a little cork on the back of it, so it stays nice and still. So I can take my pencil and I can draw a nice straight line that goes exactly where I want it to go. And it's just a little bit easier to use than some of the other rulers. I have one, and this is the one I use most, but I also have a 12-inch for larger pieces. But I really like this cork on the back because it keeps everything nice.
I haven't seen these. I wonder, do you know if they carry those? We'll have to look.
You find those at Staples.
Yeah, Staples, Michaels,
Yeah.
wherever.
Yeah, I was going to say, okay.
Mm-hmm. So there usually you find them with the drawing stuff or the drafting things.
Got it.
So the next thing is, as you heard, I have an embroidery machine and I'm just learning how to use it. And there are things that this, for people who have been using their embroidery machine for a long time, this probably doesn't matter to you. But one of the things that I found that I like is this is a silk hat baking mat. Okay. And you can put your embroidery hoop right on top of it and it stays nice and still. And if you have it on top
We
of
still
it,
have those.
what?
Keep talking.
When you put it on top of your cutting mat, you can see the lines of your cutting mat through it. So if you're trying to line something up, you can do that. So this will hold this nice and still while you put your embroidery on this. Now, like I said, I'm not an expert at embroidery, so a machine embroidery. So this may be something that if you're an expert at it, you'd think, why on earth would you ever do that? But if you're brand new and you're trying to figure things out and things are moving around and it's not easy, then this might be something that you can use, and you can find it in your kitchen most likely. So then you just put your fabric or your stabilizer on there and everything stays nice and still. And that's something that I have enjoyed being able to use.
Let me just add to that. So we actually carry Gypsy Quilter
Right.
makes these.
Mhm.
It's called Applique mat, something, but it's the same thing. Also, and we just got 3 of them in, and actually I'll do a demo at some point on ways to embroider because I think that's great. It's a hooping station.
Mhm.
So there's it's got a grid ruler mat and it's made by Dime and it's that same non-slick. So people who hoop, they're always moving around. It's a big deal. It really, really helps.
Oh, good. And the gypsy mat, the nice thing about the gypsy mat is it's bigger.
They do make the different sizes. Yeah,
yes.
the big ones.
And so you can start here and see if it's actually helpful to you. And then if it is helpful, then you can come invest in the gypsy mat or something like that. The gypsy mat has a lot of uses. You wouldn't cook with it, but you could use it for your embroidery.
Was this on camera? Lesson number 1.
Oh,
Look at that.
Obviously.
We're learning daily. I'm here all week, folks.
I need some sound effects.
Good morning, Irene. Good morning, Vivian. Yeah, that's great, though. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think almost the last thing I have is press and seal. And press and seal is kind of like a food saver sort of thing, but it has some unique features to it. So what I use it for,
I just wanted to feel what
It's sticking on side.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
So what I use it for is, once again, I am, even with hand embroidery, this is something that I don't do very often and I'm not very good at it. So I would have a quilt here that I was working on and I wanted to put some embroidery on it. And I'm a little nervous about drawing a design on my fabric. So what I decided to do is I took some press and seal. First of all, I drew my design on a piece of paper. So I've got my design right there. And then I take my press and seal.
And the camera right there. Well, I just wanted the camera. So she's got the drawing. Of the
Can't see
stick
it on
there.
the camera for this white.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So, but you can take I know you can't see this, but the idea is there. You can take this, the press and seal, and you put it on top of your drawing. And if you have a pattern, you can just put it on top of your pattern and it sticks to the paper so that you can easily draw. And I usually use just a pencil and I'll draw the design onto the press and seal. Now, once I have my press and seal, once I have that design all drawn out, I can take it and I can put it onto my fabric. Am I putting it here?
No, just show them the other one. It's already done, so you don't have to redo it.
So I can put it onto my fabric, and you can see here, I've put it on. I've started to embroider on top of it. It's in a regular embroidery hoop. And once you're done your embroidery, then you just peel it off. But you can see that it's on there and it's very stable and it's not going to go anywhere. It gives you your design and it just stays right where it's supposed to be. So
Somebody was just asking me, and I couldn't remember the name of the quilting paper. They wanted to, I know it's a little different off topic somewhat, but not really. They wanted a free motion, but they're like, I'm not an artist. I can't draw the thing. And I was like, well, you could do it on paper. And they make this quilting paper that you lay it out and you draw and it tears up. Would this work?
yes, it would. And that was the next thing I was going to say, because if you want
I
to,
stole your thunder.
let's say you're wanting to embroider a certain design on your quilt, and whether it's your long arm or your domestic machine, you do the same thing here. You draw the design, and if you've got one maybe in a book or you've downloaded it something, or you can just trace that design onto your paper and then put it onto your fabric, and it'll stay right where it's supposed to stay. Comes off very easily. It just tears off nicely.
You can just free motion right over it. That's what I was saying. So a quilting, and what I said is get a coloring book if you can't draw whatever, and then just trace it and then put that on your thing, and you can either free motion
Free motion over texture too. So like if you're free motioning over minky under your home machine, do it on that. It keeps the
over minky because of the
loft.
The loft.
And the other thing you can do, it's a little expensive, and masking tape works just as well, but you can take this. Let's say you've got minky. Say you've finally gone to the minky side. Listen to me and said, okay, I'll do it. And but you're kind of not wanting to deal with all the fuzz. You can take this and you can put it right on top of the fuzzy portion of the minky and cut along there. So once you cut it, it'll peel off, and you've got all the fuzzy stuff is on this, as opposed to on all over the place.
Denise even said it. Wow, it's a great idea. Press and seal is in my pantry.
Yes, it is. Okay, now I think the last thing is, and this is something that happened in class on Friday that I just thought was hysterical. One of the women came in with a flat iron hair thing. And she said, I just bought this at a thrift store, and I was thinking it might work for pressing my pieces. And I was like, that's crazy. But it worked. It absolutely worked. And she's back there, and it saved time. She didn't have to wait in line for the iron, and she didn't have to get up and down and up and down. She just sat there in her place with her little curling flat iron and it pressed everything perfectly. Well, I thought it was okay. But then I'm looking around the internet, and sure enough, on one of those sites that says, that's things around your house you can use for quilting, there was this thing with a flat iron curling iron.
That's amazing.
So if you got a flat iron, you can bring it to class and press your stuff with it.
That's funny. That's great. Yes, color books are great, even for applique ideas. Yes, totally. I understand not everybody can draw, but everybody should be able to trace.
And there's tons of free coloring pages on the internet.
Yes,
oh yeah, you can just print out. You don't have to buy a coloring book.
That's right.
Just Google images.
Yeah. An image for whatever you want. Yes,
right.
It works well.
See, Shar says, I have a baby lock jazz. Can I use a hoop and do embroidery that way, or do I need a specific machine? I love the press and seal to free motion. We'll try that. You cannot do embroidery on a non-embroidery machine, like not machine embroidery. Well, you can't do any embroidery actually. Shar, it takes a hoop like what Joann had earlier. So yours is a sewing machine only, quilting, sewing, whatever you want to call it. No embroidery. So I know people sometimes, especially if they're upgrading for the first time and they get a machine that has all the decorative stitches, they go, ooh, it's got embroidery. It's different. It's just decorative stitches. You're still just stitching it out. So
yeah, and
the answer, unfortunately, is no.
Yeah.
The good news is we have embroidery machines.
And I think like 10 or 15 years ago, before embroidery machines were the thing, or they had, any given machine had an embroidery unit with it, and it did great embroidery. I think back then
all those decorative stitches were considered
Considered embroidery.
embroidery.
That makes
And-
sense.
But now there's so much more.
Now you basically push a button, like
Mhm.
like Joann was saying, and it does the actual design, the embroidery for you.
Mhm.
But you need a hoop, and actually, it's an entirely separate piece of machinery. It's a module that has 2 motors, and
Right.
it's an entirely different machine. In fact, since you have a good sewing machine, I had this conversation almost every day. Don't necessarily go and look for a combination sewing and embroidery machine.
Mhm.
You can spend way less money and get an embroidery only machine if you like your sewing machine.
Mhm.
You can't do 2 things at once either. So I always
Right.
tell people, if you have the space, if you don't have the space, make the space. But really, 2 machines is most of the time better than 1.
And I really like the 2 machines.
Yeah.
I like being able to set the embroidery up, and then instead of standing there for 15 minutes watching it embroider, I can go do something else.
Yeah. The only time I lose that battle is if somebody, and there are people who are traveling in RVs. I get it. If you just literally don't have the
Yeah.
space. Also, if you want the features on the, say, the Solaris and the Radiance, unfortunately, because those are the top of the line, the embroidery only version is, you lose a couple things. So that's the only time technically that I lose that argument. Good. I'm glad I answered that question, Char. And I'm glad that you're using that machine. That's fantastic. Well, the time flies. I feel like you just got it recently, but it's probably been, I don't know, Char, how long has it been? A couple of years? I've only
been a
been here.
while.
It'll be 3 years in October. Can you believe that, guys? Woo!
Wow.
It has flown by.
It has.
Yeah, it's been great though.
Mhm.
What a great ride so far.
That's because we here in Palm Coast are awesome.
You are too. I got real lucky, and I know that. So I'm happy to be here every single day. Okay, I don't think we missed any other questions.
Are there any other questions?
Well, I'm going to do a little Q&A. So yes, I don't think I missed any. But if you have any other questions, please feel free to ask them now. Also, I want to ask you a question. What tutorials would you like to see us do? I have some plans here for the future to really start recording some videos and trying to get some tutorial videos done for you guys, either to be on our, well, just on social media, YouTube. So I'm kind of curious, and maybe here for Quilt Talk, although I think we've asked that, but what kind of videos would you guys like to see? What kind of demos, tutorials are you looking for? I think that's my question.
Good question.
And obviously not specific to any
Mhm.
embroidery, sewing, quilting, whatever. And if it's something I don't know how to do, I know people that do. That's the beauty of this. Yeah, right. What is it you always say? Takes a village.
Takes a village.
Yeah.
Secret code word.
Oh, secret code word. Thank you, which I forget every week. Good morning, Michelle. Okay. What is the secret code?
Quilt Fest.
Okay, Quilt Fest.
Of course. We
Makes
could have
sense.
thought of that.
Could have
We
thought of that.
thought.
So the secret code word is Quilt Fest. In case you don't remember, or this is the first time you're hearing secret code word for what? When you come in and pay with cash, you get your name on a ticket into our cash pig, and we do a drawing for a gift card every month. If you say the secret code word Quilt Fest, which is this week's, you get 2 tickets, double the chances to win.
Mhm.
Quilt Fest. And also, we send that out in an email. So make sure that you're getting our emails. And also, I believe we send it via text at least once, maybe not.
We haven't texted it. We can-
I know, but we're
We'll do it
going
again.
to. Yeah. So somewhere, I can't see it in real time, but along the bottom, you see it scrolling, text Cutting Crew, all capitals, no space, to 85100. And then you'll be opted in to receive text messages.
Okay.
I get it. A lot of people don't check their email every day, and we're not going to text you every day, but we feel like if you're getting the text and the email, at least hopefully you don't miss out on one of them.
Yeah.
And if you watch us here, you got 3 chances.
Right.
And Tony does posts and stuff, but not about the secret code word. That literally is secret,
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, we're
Just
telling you what it
we
is,
share it among our friends.
but if somebody comes in and they don't know it, we don't tell them. We're kind of hardcore about it.
Talk about the Quilt Choice Award, the little winners, and what you're gonna do with that.
Yes, maybe landscape quilting. I love that. So actually,
That's it.
we're gonna do. That's kind of a tough demo tutorial because that's a pretty big project. But what are we doing that in?
Big one.
What are we? is it the Fiber Play? So the Fiber Play Club, which Thursday is it third? Second Thursday of every month from 5 to 7 p.m. we do a different workshop. One of those workshops is going to be landscape quilting. I don't think we decided the date on it yet, but just keep your ears and your eyes open for that. I won the pig. Yes, you did. Again, you won it a couple times now, Dot. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, she's the new one.
She's the new Sam.
She's the new Sam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sam's been kicked out. Somebody on YouTube wants quilting with rulers, free motion style rulers.
So you mean like ruler work?
Yeah, that's part of it.
Yeah. So like literally quilting, but you're using the rulers to make the designs. Actually that I can do a demo on. So that's good. Tony, you got a notebook. Would you just jot that down for me?
Already did. And then Janice says thread painting video, but Janice comes to next month's Fiber Play.
Jan, absolutely. And I think you'll hopefully be there. But next month, Fiber Play, the second Thursday from 5 to 7. Always mess that up. We're going to do thread painting.
And then Deanna says basic machine maintenance on all types. I think that would be a great one.
That's a good one. I've dabbled and done a little bit on it, but that's a great one. Absolutely. In fact, I don't know if I should say this out loud because it's been tough to get it to happen, but we've talked about Terry doing an actual in-person class, more of a lecture demo, not a class, on maintenance. He's got a whole slideshow and stuff. He might have done it like years ago, but he's the one that knows.
He's the one that does all the repairs.
He does the repairs. Yeah, he's done it for 25 years or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but yes, I can absolutely do a demo. So thank you. That's a great one. Deanna, was that Deanna? Yeah. Any others that I'm missing? But keep them coming. Hey, Ginger, welcome. Good morning. If you have an idea, you can always shoot me an email, info@cutupandsew.com. Comment on this, stop in, call, whatever. So, that's the idea. We want to do stuff that you guys are interested in.
Yeah.
Totally. I think that's it. Did I skip anything else? No. Don't forget Quilt Fest, secret code word. Get your tickets for Quilt Fest. Only a few spots left for Embrace Embroidery on the 30th and 31st. Maria and I are going to Baby Lock Tech on the 23rd of this month, which is really soon. I'm excited because we're going to come back with all sorts of fun,
cool stuff.
Hopefully new, cool, notions and just gadgets and stuff. We're definitely going to have more information on the new machine. So, and there's actually another new machine. I think it's a sewing only machine, and we don't know anything about it yet. So, it's exciting. Baby Lock Tech's always fun. It's cool. I'm excited because Carly Porter is going to be there. She is now an ambassador for them. And I'm like, sweet, because graffiti quilting that's my language. Like, I love it. So I'm excited to meet her in person and see if I can't steal her away for a quick demo or something.
That would be really cool.
We'll see. Yeah. So anyway, I'm excited. So I'll be there for Thursday class. I need to sign up for October class. We'll do it, Tris. What class in October? Nina? Real quick, Nina Klotfelter is coming back October something? 9th, 10th, and 11th. Thank you. Beginner free motion. So if you didn't get to take it last time, absolutely take it from Nina this time. And if you took beginner free motion last time, take I don't know what it's called, but it's the free motion 2. Yeah. The class after that is probably the second day. Because that is the next step up, next level, which is great. And Nina's fantastic. And then the last day that Nina's here is Chop It Like It's Hot. Yeah, is that the name? Chop It Like It's Hot. And I've seen her demo before, her sample, excuse me, and it's awesome. We'll have her on. We'll do a virtual thing with her sooner than later, but it's a lot of fun. Thread painting, just playing fiber play. It's a hot mess, but in the best way.
I just want to know if I failed the
Beginner 101.
The free motion 101. Should I take that again?
You totally can take it again. We have a couple people that are doing that.
Some people do. Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, if you took the class with Nina and then you just haven't touched it or done it since then, it's a good refresher course. So I'm not saying you have to jump up to number 2, but you should feel, yourself. You make the call.
Yeah.
But take a Nina class. This could be awesome. And those are getting pretty full. So, I mean, I wouldn't wait too long.
Is she doing the thread? The thread
The
class
lecture?
again?
No.
The thread lecture? No, she's
We
not.
have Power Play that Thursday, so she'll be there.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, will she? Oh, that'd be cool. I wonder what we'll
She
do.
doesn't know that part yet.
Oh, we gotta plan that then
Yeah.
around something Nina centric,
We should've done
which
the
is like
third-
everything.
We should have done the third meeting
No, it's too much pressure.
then.
All right. You guys have an amazing day. And make sure I didn't miss anybody. Keep the suggestions and questions coming. I hope to see you soon. Oh, that's what it was. We were doing the Olympic
Metal.
events. We will have the winners very, very soon. Thank you to everybody who voted for the People's Choice Award. Tony has done the polls, right? And so the voting has officially closed. I will be reaching out to the winners to try to schedule a time where we can all get together and do a ceremony.
That'd
And
be
we'll make
fun.
sure that we go live so that you guys can witness it, take part. We're gonna have some fun. So
Yeah,
thank
that'll
you
be
for
good.
everybody that participated, and yeah, look forward to that. Until then, live to create.
And spend your day creating something great with something from your kitchen.
Wonderful. Creating something great. I love it. Bye, guys.